Hello and welcome to Bayside Farm Podcast. Today we had a guest from the UK who are doing a university project on urban farming. Please listen to what we've shared with students.
So this area here is kind of sort of head of operations. Like we've got storage there for machinery, a tractor and some sort of tilling machines and stuff, and just handheld machines and stuff. And the greenhouses here just usually for seed planting and seedling growing. Once the season gets up, we try to just empty that out and put it into the ground. As you can sort of see, we've started on that already. We've got some baby chickpeas, green leaf vegetables, things like Swiss chard, some leaf lettuce, some fennel, kale. Over here we've got the potato area. We've got some rhubarb over here. This would be the sweet potatoes, that barren area over here behind the sweet potatoes. And over the back we've got a little herb garden. We've got some lavender there, and we've got what else? We've got rosemary, thyme.
I'll
go around.
Yeah.
Kind of be taken over by weeds a little bit, but we've got to get on top of it. We sort of sit down and talk about what we can sell, because one of our main customers is the base.
Really?
Yeah, so they do a pickup. They come around, like Atsue gets their stuff ready on Tuesdays, and one of the people, we're not allowed on base without official official documents and stuff, so they come out, pick it up and take it in and deliver it to the people. And it's all done through Facebook. Atsue does all this sort of organisation. Takes the orders and then picks and packs it on Tuesdays, and they come and take it in. So one of the things we think about is like, what would non-Japanese people like to eat? Yeah, exactly right.
And it's quite fresh, and harvest and deliver the same time, the same day. So no plastic covers. It's all papers and as it is.
So is it all the farms around here that they pick up from, or is it just you guys?
It's us. We actually collaborate with a couple of them if we don't have something seasonally, which fairly frequently happens. Just timing or seasonal. We're not growing this particular thing. We sort of Atsue go and sort of pick up from them and add it to the set that we sell.
Like this year and this season is like a very, very quiet season. So that we only have kale, leaf lettuce a little bit, and cilantro, coriander, and rhubarb, but it's not enough for $20. So we ask my friends to get like a daikon radish or cabbage or something additional and valuable. Carrots.
Yeah.
Who are your main customers other than the base? Where do you
So who else do we sell to?
At the local farmers market, like a farmer's shop, and the company who collect many farmers' produce and sell it to the Meet Tokyo restaurants and shops.
Sort of like an intermediary buyer kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, because I noticed you guys have 2 farm shops.
2 farm shops?
Do you own those, or?
No.
Oh, okay. So do they sell like all the produce from all the farmers around here? God,
Yeah. There's a local farmers market kind of thing that just all the locals drop their stuff off, and whatever doesn't sell they have to take back, and whatever sells they get a portion of the profits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, we haven't done it for a little while, but there's a supermarket chain called CU, and they actually do local farmers sort of a little corner, local farmers corner, where you can drop your vegetables off. And
they buy everything that we leave it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good system.
So do you think Japanese people do care about where their sort of food comes from?
It's getting to a
getting-
point. Yeah, it's changing.
the people prefer to eat domestic food, not food from overseas, like especially fresh vegetables.
Why do you think that is? Do you think is that
Because freshness.
yeah?
It's all because as our country is quite small
Yeah.
and it's easy to have a fresh produce all around Japan. So,
Nice.
but still, like the pumpkin of this season, we don't have any. It's too early for this season and too old for last year's season. So people might need the pumpkins, then they import.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a bit of sort of national pride with the food, isn't there? There is a little bit of...
Yeah, as a
They-
fresh
yeah.
fresh produce, like pumpkins, yes, maybe.
things they know that you can't get, like bananas, for example. They
Yeah.
just- well,
Yeah, it's
they
bit-
can't grow here, so
Yeah.
they do that. But anything they can grow, they like to try.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think price comes into that at all when choosing?
What do you think? Do you think price is important?
Difficult to say. Some people, yes. Some people don't care.
How long have you been here, like yourselves, at the farm?
In this area doing the farming, what,
Yeah.
6 years now?
6 years.
6 years. Was the farm here before you, or did you set it up?
Well, as it is, we set it up, but
Nice.
the land itself is actually passed down. So one of the things with Japanese farming and agriculture at the moment is a lot of the older generation are aging out and their children don't want to do it. And so a lot of farms are going unused. And so there's a fairly big push, or has been. The government will give assistance and will sort of find farmers who want to use land and farmers who need to give their land, and they match them up and give financial assistance to get those people started and things. There's quite a pretty good system across the country with that.
Okay.
Actually, this area, this farm, I borrow.
Yeah, rented.
I rented for free, zero.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Because the landowner was 80 years old and he wanted to retire from the farming, and has enough money to live on, and then he was looking for a person who taking care of the farm as farm. Otherwise, he might charge lots of
Tax.
tax.
Yeah, land taxes are really high
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So I take over, and he was really happy with that. And then, so I lent here for free. And unfortunately, he
Passed away?
And then the son didn't want to do farming, so he also happy to me to do farming, continuing.
Nice. If
Yeah.
there's so many people in the country that don't want to do farming, what makes you so passionate about it, do you think?
Not that passionate. Yeah, because I wanted to do, and then then I can.
Nice.
I used to work in the office and doing trading, overseas trading.
Overseas trading, yeah.
Yeah, in the office for 8 hours a day, and I don't know what I'm selling to what kind of person. It's just because all numbers and digits, and so I feel I wanted to know more what I'm selling, creating, and I'm selling to. So then there's a chance to do farming in Tokyo. It's quite easy. Well, it's not easy, but the system is that have to work about 2 years at the
At an established farm
established farm
for
for
training.
training for 2 years, and then while that 2 years looking for the farmland who willing to lend, then I know the person who is looking for someone to take over, and then much.
Oh wow. So would you say a real driver was to sort of be more local and have a community around where you worked, as it were?
Yeah. We also did before Corona. There's a farmers market every month at the station, but not now. But at the time, like local farmers get together and sell together. That was fun.
Nice. Is there still that sense of community now, would you say, around the farm?
Well, I think so.
Nice.
Among the younger farmers, there seems to be a bit of camaraderie and friendship, and that we tend to sort of communicate with each other and sort of help each other out. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also noticed on your website you talked about sort of providing food for sort of Westerners and that kind of thing. What was that sort of motivation behind that?
Because not many, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when we started the farm, not many farmers is selling or using English to promote their produce. So I feel, because we have Australian husband, and he wanna eat kale, butternut squash, what else? Rhubarb, many things that you cannot find in a regular supermarket. And then, there's one demand, so there should be more. So I saw promote and focusing on for Westerners.
Yeah, well, being near the base was also a driver too, wasn't it, really? So
Yeah,
it was a potential for sales.
Yeah.
And knowing English gave us a bit of a foot in the door. Like a lot of them, even though they don't really speak English, they speak English, to be honest. A lot of Japanese speak English a lot better than they say they do.
Yeah, I've noticed.
We found that.
No, I don't speak English. And then they start speaking fluently. So.
Yeah.
He is an English teacher. Anyway.
Yeah. You get a trial lesson. I'm a beginner, and then you talk to them, and they're like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You're not a beginner. But anyway, so it was kind of a foot in the door and a way to get, a bit of a market that was otherwise unavailable to other people. We sort of thought, selling things that Westerners would like might actually be a good sales point for them too.
Okay. And then
Or getting rings or
Yeah, sure. Let's keep
going.
going.
Yeah.
oh yeah, chives.
So these are regular chives. Here are the little narrow ones. These are garlic chives. So they go well in Korean food and things like that. Really, really
Or Japanese food too.
And Japanese food. We let it go a little bit, but these are strawberries. It got overtaken by the weeds last year, so we're going to have to bring it back, but we'll be able to rescue it. There's a few. Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Sorry.
No, it's not a problem. That needs to be reworked anyway. The times, there's a little bit there, it's growing, but you can sort of see it here. It's a bit old and it needs to be sort of worked back and redone again. Yeah, but these guys, once they spread out quite easily, so they just sort of send shoots out. And if we can just sort of move them around, next year we should have a reasonable strawberry patch again. It's pretty easy. This is what? Holy basil.
Holy basil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a variety of basil. It's kind of got an anise smell to it. You can pick a leaf if you want to and sort of rub it in your fingers if you want to.
It's hard to find which one is.
You can have a bit of a sniff if you want to.
Smells fresh.
Yeah, if you sort of rub it in your fingers.
That's good. Oh wow. Do you think growing foods from kind of different cultural tastes, did you have to adapt your practices? Like when we've tried to grow like more like Japanese food at home in the UK, we kind of struggled. So growing food from like America here, did you have to change things? Or?
Not really. Sometimes they actually get a variety that grows in the climate fairly well here.
Yeah.
So if you were to maybe import it directly from abroad, maybe that particular variety might not go very well.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. We haven't had too much trouble, to be honest.
Nice.
So that I can just put it down to that. Maybe it's just they've done the research and got the varieties that work well with the temperatures and the humidity that comes along here.
Nice.
Yeah. We've got some dill and some sage over there as well. Blueberries over there.
Cornflower,
Yeah.
lavender.
These flowers are actually edible. You can just sort of break them up, put them into a salad and stuff. Yeah, so it adds a little bit of colour to salads and things like that, or you can make a tea out of it. Yeah, lavender. There are certain varieties that are edible. These are ornamental.
하나가 살짝. 이런데 미쳤다. Yeah, these are rhubarb and fig tree and blueberries. That blueberries are from the previous owner. He left in the other farm, and the farm is really small and really in the town. So the son will sell the part. So I kind of rescue them to move into here, so we can continue to grow blueberries. And yeah, in a house.
Yeah.
House. And this greenhouse grow not really not really good one, the kale. A few years ago we did tomatoes, so that we can wire in here.
Seasonality and ability to set like a demand for it, really.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where would you say your kind of biggest demand comes from in
What do
terms
you
of
Sales.
The air face.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah,
yeah. The base is probably the big, what, 30%?
Yeah, 30%,
Mm.
and the buyer is also 30%.
direct sales?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get much support from like local government buying food?
Not buying food, no, but
Not us, but our my teacher farmer. He's got a job. He has like a school lunch system, so he sell his like the green leaves for school lunch. So it's like it's quite hard. I can say actually contract.
yeah.
So you cannot miss the quantity and quality
Oh really?
for the school lunches, because if you say sorry, we can't do this today because it rained, then children cannot eat food. So
Oh,
you
right,
have to
yeah.
find, if you cannot do it, and then you have to find someone to take over the day, or so the government prefer to do like a one person for like a to keep the contract.
Okay.
Nice.
Got ya.
So
It makes it a bit easier rather than having to contact other people. If you've just got one person doing it, I think it makes it a bit easier.
Definitely. So, but that you deliver the same day then? To schools?
I'm not sure what
Do it.
Oh, sorry.
Talking about schools, could you tell us all about the Little Farmers program?
the Little Farmers Project.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It is.
I actually it started out with a lady on the base who wanted her kids to sort of learn about it, and it's kind of gone away from the base. And I sort of, being an English teacher, I sort of took up the mantle and suggested it to my manager at my school, and she said, yeah, let's try it, and it seems to have been fairly popular. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of it's in Japanese, but I tend to sort of use English words and things like that, and ask them about what kinds of things in English and stuff.
Yeah.
And so the concept basically is from seed to table. So 2 weeks ago, the kids came and planted some seeds, and then in a month or so, they'll come back, and those seedlings will go into the ground. And then a couple of months later, midsummer, they'll do some harvesting. And then later on in the year, we'll actually get a cooking group together, a local sort of rent-a-kitchen, and we'll do some cooking, some soup with bread and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Mm.
Do you do anything for like families at all?
Yeah, families come along, don't they, sometimes?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
volunteer work and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
And does that education side of things fit into the slogan of kind of "you are what you eat"?
Well, yeah, like
Like, is it important for the kids to know where the foods come from?
It's kind of happened that way, I think, more. That is something that we think about, and that's the reason that's why I use that expression, because it is a fact, you know. And so it has kind of fortuitously happened that way, more than a direct focus on this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think sort of this sort of farming and learning how to farm is a big cultural part of Japanese culture?
What do you think, Japanese person?
say that again.
So, like, do you think learning how to farm is important for sort of Japanese culture? Do people feel they need to learn? Or
It's good. It's good to learn. If you got a chance or motivated to do what I learn, you should do. Especially, where the food come from is always important. It's not from the supermarket. It's from the dirt. And but as a Japanese culture, like harvesting by hands is also important. No, however, you also know the technology improvement. We use the machines to harvest rice at this moment. Well, nowadays, and then the kind of rice also has been changing, and that's to make the taste good, and harvesting amount is better, and make these kind of things make farmer life easier. That kind of things as well.
Yeah, I think Japan's similar to other parts of the world in that modern society doesn't really understand where their food is coming from. And I think, like other countries, more people are interested in knowing where their food does actually come from. So understanding all those kinds of things, that people want to know where it's coming from. I think, very similar to other countries. Actually, it's not unique in that way.
Okay.
Do you think there's an environmental drive behind that, or what's the reason for wanting to know? Do you know?
But no, I haven't actually sat down to think about it, to be honest.
Yes.
Why? But I do notice it is happening.
Yeah.
Also, have to know the 物流はなんだ？なんだっけ？
I don't know how to say that.
The things very important to know the farming, how the vegetables grow, and also important to know how the vegetable from farm to your table, because we have a big problem about the truck drivers, less and less. So because it's cheap job and long drive and heavy job, so people don't want it to be a truck driver, and then that is more food problem, that if you grow at the farm more but there's no way to get your table, that is one problem we are facing I heard.
So more of a local farming is better kind of attitude.
Yeah, but still, from here to the farm shop, we need petrol.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
That's the problem. So we need to learn how we solve this problem. It's more environmental friendly energy or more salary to the truck driver, or that's also part of
Reducing
farming.
cost to the customer as well.
Yeah.
It's another thing people think about it.
Would you say that making sure that you're like environmentally friendly and like you said that no plastic and making sure the food is in like paper when you deliver it and stuff, do you think that's a main like concern for you?
It is definitely for the people on the base. They really, really appreciate that sort of thing. And well, I think it's important to try to reduce the amount of stuff that we use. We both think that. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get away from using plastic, I think, in modern world. It's nearly impossible. You can probably try, but you'd be raising costs and the amount of work you'd be doing would be
That's true.
almost, it'd almost negate any
Any other
benefits,
things.
right? So
Yeah.
you try to reduce as much as you can. We definitely try to do that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. However, it's kind of we find it's really difficult to describe it, and dryness and humidity sometimes. And the plastic protection is keep the vegetable fresh, so that people get more fresh vegetables than naked.
Yes.
So one thing I was reading about sort of urban farms in Japan, people like to do farming because there's sort of connection to ancestors. Do you find that with people that come here?
haven't
As we are not farming family, so it's kind of hard to still. But as the blueberries and the rhubarb and the Japanese taro potato are from local elder farmer, so we like a continuous
Yeah, it gets passed down from.
pass down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel more, and then one day we will pass down to someone else. So that will be good to know. Good
Yeah, a
to,
bit of connection to the past.
yeah.
Mm.
Do you think it would be easy to find someone else to? Obviously, it's a long way away. But like
Hopefully
in
it's
terms
a
of
long way away. Yeah.
in terms of passing it down, do you think it might be challenging, or do you think there's more people willing to?
Yeah, like these big farmers, like you can see the white part.
Yeah.
These are big beef, lettuce, and cabbage company.
Mm.
But it's not the company. It's like a family company.
Yeah.
And they're looking for the new fields always. So if we are really, really trouble, and then we ask them.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there is a demand for land, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that big family company, but also the new farmer who wants to be a farmer, and then we can pass it on in the future.
Mm. Yeah.
Just looking at your jacket there, neo farmers. It's something that we have read about and heard of. Is that a community that you feel quite a part of as sort of neo farmers within the region?
I don't know if we're really deep. Well, they've been really helpful, though. I think the Tokyo Neo farmers.
Yeah.
They hold a sort of a bit of a party every couple of months, is it?
Every month.
Every month.
Not party. It's
Get
supposed to be a meeting.
Yeah. But everyone's just drinking and eating food.
Yeah. Nice.
But they're pretty helpful with anything you need to know, like.
Yeah, it's as a individual new farmers, and also the government who not controlling but knowing information about which farm is empty or which farmer having trouble or how to solve. So when we have a trouble, we can ask the office. It's not a strong community, but it's more Yurui, Yurui community
Yeah.
house
Yeah, not a strong, not really strong, but there is a bit of
connection.
a light connection there. Everyone's got their own stuff to do,
Yeah.
and they're really busy. So, but yeah, everyone knows each other, and if anyone needs something, I don't think there's any. No one would say no to offering help or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're farmers, so they're really busy. So,
Yeah.
but,
And what size of land do you have here that you're farming?
all right, so
Is it-
this one over here, what's
Yeah.
that?
Or is it just all that we can see?
No,
No.
no. So these trees over here are the tree farm. So basically, where the herb garden ends is the end of ours, and over here where those rows of plastic end, that's a sort of just a local farmer. He's just got a small patch, retired. He just does his own little thing. And if you'd like, we could show you a couple of the other
Yeah,
spaces.
Yeah, let's go.
So with your produce, do you sort of, Jack will talk to me, sort of care a lot more about sort of protection, fruit and veg, sort of how it looks. Do you find that with your produce?
Yeah. I think it's changing a bit. More and more people are starting to understand the food waste is a problem. So one of our fields starts from this open space here over to the car with the tank in it. Oh yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, you can
basically,
see.
so from that line there
This
up
is
to
a
the blue fence over there is ours. You can see where the potato rows finish. That's where we finish.
And this is a tree, like symbol tree. You can see many places. This is in the middle of this tree is like a border. So sometimes it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, basically that line there, and over where the car with the tank, that's the corner, the end corner of where we do it.
and these are tea tree.
Japanese green tea.
Yeah, Japanese green tea. But
This
we
area
don't
used to be
harvest.
quite famous for green tea, didn't it? Really, like
Well, it's still famous. Like Tokyo Sayamacha. Saitama has like a own Sayamacha, and Tokyo also have Tokyo Sayamacha. It's quite famous green tea.
so. This area will be used for leeks and what chili peppers this year.
Yeah.
We've got a few varieties of chili peppers, habaneros, jalapenos, a couple of different ones.
Spice up those.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the same. I put a little bit of spice in the food.
Yeah, I hate that.
I tend to sort of just do a neutral. If I'm cooking, I do something neutral and then just add it myself. So this area is controlled by another local farmer, but from basically you can see the white stick there.
Yeah.
That line is one of our fields.
Oh, okay.
So from here, this is the car park. Garlic over to the right, and some red onions off to the left. A bit further along, we've got some carrots.
What sort of rough hectares do you reckon you have? Or acreage?
8
So we've got 8 fields
They-
themselves.
8 fields and stuff.
0.8 hectare.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, what are these? These are white beets? No.
Huh?
Yellow beets?
Yellow beets.
Yeah. These are regular red beets.
Yeah, these are beetroot as well, but because the March was really cold and February got snow, and so it's not good sprouting.
Yeah.
It's
The
not.
seeds got damaged.
Should they be near ready to harvest? Or?
Not quite.
In June?
Early summer.
Early summer, yeah. This is also green tea. This lady is still keep harvesting and having tea their own.
Oh, okay. So the Japanese big tea drinkers then?
Yeah, green tea.
So here, so
Kale.
empty space there was kale, and we've got another row of kale there, 2 different varieties. Here's some more beets over here.
Coriander. Oh, sorry.
No, you go for it.
Oh, sorry. There's coriander and the red spinach, which is not really good to.
It's kind of bolted. We didn't like because of the cold winter, and then sort of spring sprung pretty quickly, and yeah, you've ended up with they bolted. They're going to flower, so you can't really eat them. Too quick. Yeah, it got from quite wintry weather to quite mid-spring weather really, really quickly. And so a couple of them have just gone, right, oh, spring, okay, thank you. Yeah, they've gone to seed. That's happened a couple of spots, so nothing you can do about it, but yeah. But these are really nice. It's red spinach, and you can eat it actually raw in salads and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really, really yummy. You can get it like baby leaf, or even when it's fairly big, you can just cook it or eat it raw. It's really, really nice.
So do you guys have any sort of volunteers or staff that help you?
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
She's a volunteer staff. And there's a Tokyo farmer helping system. So it's like a matching website that the farmer who needs the help, and you put the date, hours, and what are you going to do, and then the person who find the matching, and then I want to go, but it's all free, and the government pay for the volunteer insurance, so that if she got the problem on the way to the farm and from the farm to the home and while working, is all covered. Even if something broke or she got hurt, and then also covered. So that's good system, and she's based here.
It was a long interview, so that's it for today. Bye!